Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. Please, if this is your first time here, please don't forget to hit that red subscribe button down below and click the bell icon beside it. And please don't forget to like this video, share it, and comment down below what you think about the video after you are done watching. Thank you. My last update about this is fifth was how Mahesh was able to recognize Pawan, and he was trying to tell the whole family about the evils that Pawan has joined hand together with Prithvi to do, but the whole family were not able to understand what Mahesh was trying to pass across to them. And Preeta, Kritika, and Prithvi disguised in order to go to the hotel to go and destroy all the evidence on the CCTV so that they can clear their names concerning the investigations about Akshay's murder. If you are yet to watch that, the link will be up in the card and it will be down in the description box below. Please check it out and watch it before you watch this. Let's continue from there. Sherlyn and Prithvi walk towards their room, and Preeta walks out of the staff room and she stops a waiter asking about the CCTV room. But the waiter, however, apologized, saying that Preeta would have to ask the manager. And Kritika comes out with the sari asking the waiter to show her everything because she needs to check if the operations are going smoothly. And the waiter gets worried about Preeta and he asks that why is she here. But Kritika, who has already dressed like one of the hotel staff, asks the waiter to hurry up and go, and the waiter leaves. Sherlyn was standing at the hall, then she asks Prithvi to come out, and he comes out dressed as a woman, and he says that his name is Preeti. But Sherlyn asks him to not act like this because he has to delete the footage of the past 3 days on the CCTV quickly. And Prithvi asks Sherlyn to wait and questions her that what would she wear. But Sherlyn says that she would wait in the hall so that no one would follow Prithvi. Preeta and Kritika were working with the waiter, and the waiter thinks that something is wrong, so he should take them to the manager's office, and he moves ahead from the CCTV room, and both Kritika and Preeta stop, but the waiter asks them to follow him, and Preeta and Kritika wonders if the waiter has gotten suspicious of their plan, and Preeta asks Kritika to follow the waiter, while she will stay behind. Prithvi acted like a woman and he explains to the hotel operator that there is something which the operator can give him, and the operator asks that what does she want from him, and Prithvi explains that he wants the operator to delete the camera footage of the past 3 days, but the operator asks if she thinks that he would take the bribe because he is not such a person and he would never take the bribe from her, and he is sure that Prithvi has some connections to the murderer of Akshay, which is why she is trying to bribe him to delete the footage. And the operator pushed the alarm button and the alarm starts ringing in the entire hotel. The police were already at the hotel and they get worried that maybe the murderer might have reached the room before them, so they started running towards where the alarm is coming from. And Sherlyn gets worried, thinking that Prithvi might have been caught, and there was a knock on the door and the operator opened the door. Preeta was standing wearing burqa and she quickly hid her face saying the police, and Prithvi also quickly ran outside, and later Prithvi gets the chance to delete the footage and he runs from the window, and Preeta also entered without saying Prithvi, and she was amazed to see that the footage has been deleted before she got there, and the police entered the room but they couldn't see Preeta, and Preeta quickly ran out of the place. The police questioned the operator about the clothes and the identity of the 2 women that came into the CCTV room, and the operator said that the 2 women, which is Preeta and Prithvi, were both covering their faces, and the waiter also comes there, informing the police about 2 women that disguised in order to enter the CCTV room, and the inspector orders the constable to check each and every door of the hotel. Prithvi was running and Sherlyn pulls him aside, and Preeta was also walking and Kritika meets her, and Preeta explains to Kritika that someone has already deleted the footage of the past 3 days and the work which they have come here to finish has already been performed by someone else that they don't even know, and Kritika said that they should leave the place immediately because it is really dangerous, and Preeta and Kritika were walking away. Kritika, while walking away, sees a glimpse of Sherlyn, and she tried to inform Preeta that she has seen Sherlyn in the hotel, but Preeta pulls her away, saying that they will talk about it later. The inspector orders his men to search the hotel, and Kritika keeps explaining to Preeta that if she has seen Sherlyn at the hotel just now, then she would be able to conclude that Sherlyn also has something to do with Akshay's murder. Preeta told Kritika to forget about Sherlyn and said that if anyone asks Kritika about the day that Akshay was murdered, then Kritika should deny even coming to the office that day, and she should not say the truth even if anyone proves that she came to the hotel, because she doesn't want Kritika's name to come out of the matter. Otherwise, it would create a really bad situation for Kritika, and Kritika questions Preeta that what is she saying. Preeta says that if Kritika accepts that she followed her to the hotel that day, then Kritika would be made an accomplice, and she doesn't know if Akshay truly died because of her retaliation that day, and even if they arrest her, Kritika should never speak the truth to anyone, because if they come to know that she had hit Akshay with a tray on his head that day, then the reason for her going to the hotel, which is to collect Kritika's nude pictures, would also be revealed, and that is very bad. So Kritika should never say the truth to anyone. Kritika felt emotional and she asked Preeta, and Preeta reminded Kritika to never speak the truth and she should always say whatever she asks her to say. And Kritika asked that why does Preeta think that the police would relate her to the murder of Akshay, because she just saw Sherlyn now. So maybe Sherlyn also has something to do with Akshay's murder, because if not, then why is Sherlyn at the hotel as well? Preeta, however, said that Kritika might be mistaken about saying Sherlyn at the hotel just now, but Kritika said that she is sure that she saw Sherlyn, and Preeta said that she has a plan, and they would go back to their house using a shortcut to see if Sherlyn is at home, and then their suspicion would be proved to be right or wrong. Sherlyn was working with Prithvi and she says that Prithvi should not be worried because she has asked from the reception and the police has gone away, and Sherlyn told Prithvi that she saw Kritika in the hotel, but Prithvi explains that Sherlyn is wrong because Kritika is in the Luthras mansion, and he says that Sherlyn should not be worried about anything again because they have deleted the footage and all the problem is over. ACP Bandra was in anger and he asked that why do they call him, because he was about to murder his friend, because his friend has applied such a strong colors on him that they are not able to get out of his face, and so if he is not able to remove the color, then it would surely kill him. And the ACP heads into his office where someone was waiting for him, and the person explains to the ACP that he works as a cleaner at the hotel where Akshay died, and he was working the night shift and he saw two people who came to meet him, but they were not staying at the hotel. And the ACP asked the constable to show the photos of the Luthras to the man to identify who was at the hotel that day. The man from the hotel points to one of the photos, and the ACP says that he was also suspicious of this person, so now they would play special Oli with the Luthras. Kritika and Preeta got home and Kritika asked Preeta if she has found Sherlyn, and they both realized that Sherlyn is not in the house, and Kritika said that she is sure that Sherlyn would be at the hotel, and they then go to check the kitchen, which is the last place, but they couldn't still see Sherlyn, so they turned to leave, but Sherlyn comes from the side and asks if Preeta and Kritika were looking for her, and Preeta and Kritika were both surprised. Sherlyn asked that what is the worry about, and Sherlyn tried to divert Preeta and Kritika away from asking her about her whereabouts, and she asked Kritika to meet with Prithvi because he was looking for her, because they couldn't see them both earlier, and Kritika along with Preeta both leave after making an excuse. Sherlyn, after they both leave, exclaims that she is glad that she and Prithvi were able to get back home just in time, because she has seen that Kritika saw her from the mirror at the hotel, so she decided to come back as early as possible, otherwise they would have gotten into a big trouble. Prithvi says that whenever God blesses his followers, he gives them all the things that they want just like him, but when he takes those things away, then he pushes them to a point of crying, which is not right, and he thinks that the killer should be revealed because the ACP thinks of him as a murderer, and he even tries to scare him, so he thinks that the ACP wants to force him to wear handcuffs, and he asks that what kind of problem is this, because he did not even murder Akshay. Kritika apologized to Prithvi for not being with him because it was Oli, and Prithvi thinks that how could Kritika have met him because he was at the hotel, and he says that he was also not at home earlier, and Kritika gets worried, and Prithvi explains that he was just trying to say that their timings are not matching because when she came to meet him, he was also busy, and when he was also searching for Kritika, she could not be found, so there's nothing to worry about. Kritika sees the woman's dress with Prithvi and she asks Prithvi that who does the dress belong to, and she goes to pick it up asking that who owns the dress, but Prithvi was not able to say anything. But later, Prithvi was able to clarify that he bought the dress for Kritika because she gifted him some shoes, so he decided to buy a gift for her in return. Prithvi said that he is really angry with himself because he doesn't know Kritika's choice, so he threw the dress away, but Kritika picked the dress and explains that she really likes the dress and the color, and Kritika asks Prithvi saying that she has gotten married to the best husband in the world and she is really happy. Preeta in the room was thinking that who could have deleted the footage from the CCTV because when she went there, it was already deleted, so who could have done it? And Karan comes there and says that he did it. And Preeta immediately asks that what is he saying? And Karan clarifies that he thought that he saw her with Kritika outside the hotel, and Preeta was shocked. And Karan says that it might be his imagination, because what would Preeta and Kritika be doing at the hotel? Preeta asks Karan that what was Karan doing at the hotel, and Karan stops her saying that it is Oli and they should talk about some other things. Preeta tries to leave, but Karan asks that where is she going to, and Preeta explains that she has some work that she has to do, but Karan refused to let Preeta go, and he asks if she has more important work than him, and Preeta says that there is nothing more important to her than Karan. Karan understands what Preeta was trying to say, and then he asks that why did she not wish him happy Oli, and Preeta says that she has applied color on him earlier, but Karan explains that he was asking about a kiss, and hearing that, Preeta pushed Karan away, but then Karan asks if Preeta would at least hug him, but Preeta says that it is not a bargain, and she tries to leave, and Karan pleaded with Preeta to hug him, saying that it is Oli, and Preeta finally stops and comes near Karan, and she hugs him and he also hugs her. Raki was working and Karina called Girish, and Raki asked that what does she want. Karina explains that since the celebrations are over, she thought to ask Girish to clean everywhere, and Raki sees Kritika with Prithvi, and she asks that where is Preeta. Kritika explains that Preeta will be in her room, but she can call her for Raki. But Raki explains that it is because she did not see the children for quite some time, so she was worried. And Sherlyn also asks Kritika that where was she, and Kritika says that she was playing with Preeta in the backyard earlier. Prithvi says that he wished to drink coffee, so if Sherlyn has not taken a sip from her coffee, then can he have it, and he takes the cup from Sherlyn. And the ACP walks into the house with his men, and he says that he came late because the tire of his car busted, when usually it is the criminal who are able to divert them, but he asks if everyone is present in the house because he cannot see Karan and Preeta, as the news about the criminal will be more disturbing for them both, and he also asks the constable to take out the handcuffs as they need to arrest the criminal immediately. Preeta and Karan were both hugging each other, and Mahira was standing angrily at the door, and she throws the lantern in anger and it breaks, and Karan asks that what is she doing, and Mahira quickly apologized saying that she broke the lantern by mistake, and Preeta however says that Mahira should not lie because she saw that Mahira broke the lantern purposefully, but Mahira explains that she came to their room because the ACP is calling both Karan and Preeta, and Karan gets worried and he leaves to talk to the ACP. Mahira asks Preeta that what is she trying to reveal, and Preeta said that she is trying to reveal that Mahira is trying to come between she and Karan's relationship because Mahira cannot see them both together, and Preeta warned Mahira that she cannot break she and Karan's relationship, and Preeta reminded Mahira that she was not able to fulfill her challenge, and Mahira says that Preeta is stupid to think that the third day has ended because she also has the night and half of the day, and she would make sure that Preeta is not able to live with Karan forever. Prithvi thinks that the ACP is suspicious of his actions, so it is the best time for him to run away and go underground, because only then would he be able to live freely. And Prithvi tries walking towards the window, but he was stopped by the ACP, who asks if he is trying to run away. And Prithvi explains that he is feeling suffocated because of the hot weather, so he needs some fresh air, but the ACP doesn't permit him to move, and Prithvi stood still. Karan comes asking what is the matter, and the ACP asks if this is all of them in the house, and Raki says that there are still some more members of the family, but they are busy taking care of Mahesh because he has come out of coma after a long time, and she would have been delighted if the ACP would have come as a guest, but the ACP was adamant to interrogate their family, and the ACP assures Raki that being a policeman, he has a civic duty and they have to be extra vigilant on the festivals, and the ACP asks everyone where they were between 6 and 7 the previous evening, and when he asks Kritika, Kritika says that she was in a car, and this makes the ACP suspicious, and everyone were scared of what is going to happen next. Thank you so much guys for watching to the end. Please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up if you like it. Please don't forget to subscribe, don't forget to share, and don't forget to comment, and I will see you all again in my next video. Bye guys.